So hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing something slightly different. I'm here at Uckfield 2024 and I'm sort of doing a little bit of an interview, or at least if I can find someone that wants to talk to me. And I found my first guy, so I'm just going to ask him what his name is.
Pat's found his first victim. My name's Brendan Walsh and I'm from Burton-on-Trent in Staffordshire. And today we are the token S-scale layout. Adrian, who organises the show, likes to have an S-scale layout at the show, and Richard Barton, who was here last year with Arcadia, passed our name on, and that's why we're here today. S-scale is unusual in that it's not a scale that's commercially supported in the UK, so everything you have to build yourself. There are some kits available, so we've got a mix of scratch built and kit built on the layout. This particular layout was actually built by Sam Bonfield back in the mid-1980s, ably assisted by Len White. And Sam passed away, Len ran the layout for some years, and eventually it got very tired and worn out and was passed around the S-Scale Society until it eventually ended up with me. And it needed some serious refurbishment, which it's had. There are 2 more boards, so at some point in the future we might get another invite when we get the other 2 boards up and running. And it represents a branch in North East Essex, loosely based on Kelvedon and Tolsbury, and there's a bit of Thaxted in it. The station building is modelled on Thaxted. The locos and stock, I've used the photographs of the Kelvedon and Tolsbury branch and built locos appropriate to that branch and the rolling stock. So we'll just see the passenger train coming in now, and it's hauled by a J67 68616 with an ex-Stoke Ferry break third and next Wisbech and Upwell bogie tram coach, which later achieved fame in the film The Titfield Thunderbolt. These sides and ends were etched, with the design being done by my good friend Phil Eames, who also did the frames for the J69s for the book jumpers. And that's Emwell.
Thank you very much, Brendan. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
Yeah, it's almost. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's between that and the next one.
I'm just going. It's like that. I've never seen a mini this big. No, it's done in grey with he says it's got the scrap that I built an iron from. Yeah. It must be frustrating.
poor old fireman. She says, right, there you go. Now, it goes compartment. Totally unbearable.
Yeah, that's it. Cuban sugar.
This is Hershey, which is awful American chocolate. It's the problem with bottling this is I don't know what this says on that tank.
Right.
And I found a photo of the bottle. And interpret the picture.
Yeah.
Say that.
Right.
Just no information.
No. I've had somewhere I've had to go down to.
It's, that was what I put out.
Yeah.
It's still going.
Oh, you from Nottingham then?
I lived in Nottingham 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I stayed with my member when I moved back to
Yeah. Sorry, you say move back to. Oh, okay. We're in Coventry. Yeah. That's a shake lazy board.
Still got it in the garage, but I models to make the jackets started around 23 years ago.
Yeah.
They had one of those stupid houses,
Yeah.
which we visited actually 3 times, but the last time in 2003.
So here we have a Great Western 1300 in BR Black, and I've purloined another customer to tell us a little bit about it. Do you want to explain a little bit about the loco?
So it's a 7 1/4 Great Western 1300. She was recently just slightly overhauled and repainted to basically tot her up a bit for the show. She will become a runner at our club, Bentley Miniature Railway, which is in the grounds of the old Bentley Wildfowl and Motor Museum estate. So we're still there. Unfortunately, the estate, as many people may know it, unfortunately not there anymore, so the Wildfowl Motor Museum aren't. We are, and it's just over a mile long circuit. We run from April to September every year.
And is that open 7 days a week, or is it
No, over the weekends.
over the weekends? And every weekend is weather permitting?
Pretty much, yeah. So we'll put out a post out on Facebook, on social medias, if the weather is to the point where we can't run, or we haven't got membership, we'll make it public.
And how can people find you if they want to?
So Facebook is Bentley Miniature Railway, and we do have a website as well, www.bentleyminituerailway.co.uk.
There's a Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, and a Facebook and Instagram as well.
So if I was looking to become a member, then how would I go about doing that? Can I join you?
Yeah, we're always after people, very much. We've got loads of different roles of stuff that you can do. We've got loads of track work stuff that we can do, any engineering, even if you want to do driving, guarding, signalling. So we've got loads of things to do, especially if you even like gardening and stuff like that. We've got loads of flowers and stuff and areas we really like doing. We're trying to do a shunt yard at the moment, so that we can encourage a lot of youngsters. So we've put a little bit of line in already, but we'll be adding another 3 sidings. We'll be adding more point works, so that eventually we'll have it so that the wagons and stuff that we've got, because we've got about nearly 50 wagons now, that we can have shunting around, and the youngsters can learn how to actually, drive and shunt and learn the signalling, because we're going to put in a little signal box down at that end. So there's lots of things that we're doing. We're putting a new toilet block in and stuff like that, so we're trying to make the railway grow even more. But we're always after people. Your best bet is to go on the website. There's an inquiries. We're always open to people coming and having a look around, and then going from there. Really, your best bet is to come and have a look, see how we operate and what we can do. This time of year now is always the work side of it, so it's not as fun as obviously the the running side of things, but it's still a lot to learn, a lot to look after. So it's all good fun.
Because I've done some stuff on the Spa Valley, and basically it sounds like the same sort of thing. You can actually come along and you actually learn something as you go, as opposed to just...
Yeah, we all started knowing nothing, to be honest. And we all learned how to drive. You know, we've all learned how to guard, we've learned how to build wagons, learned how painting skills. You know, it's sort of like this year we've done a hell of a lot of work. We've started this shunt yard. We've got a mini digger in. We've sort of changed a lot of the area, really tidied up a lot of stuff. We've used, you know, as much time as we can available to try and just improve the railway. And there's a lot of the track, really. You don't realise how long it is until you actually walk. How long the track is. So when you actually start seeing it and seeing how much we have to replace, how much goes into it work-wise, time-wise and money-wise, how much it all costs. But it's all good, it's all a bit of fun. We obviously run to the public, but most of all it's a club and we want to enjoy it. And you know, it's a generational thing. Hugh and I started when we were younger. My dad signed me up when I was 2 months old, and I've grown up part of the woodwork. Hugh joined when he was 4. So it's all we've grown up through it. And it's one of those things that we can't now not leave, because it's one of those, you know, we're part of what it is.
Lovely.
We've got quite a few people that once they bite that bug,
it's hard to get away.
Once you can drive those trains, once you can pay with the wagons, I run an event each year where we get a load of visiting steam engines and diesels, all standard gauge, for 3 days, usually in August. We get a really good turnout. This year in particular, we had the Duke of Gloucester, we had an 8th War, we had an 01, we had loads of different engines from different people. All over the country. Someone even come from Wales this year. So we've got that which we really enjoy, and we run into the evenings and stuff like that. It's very social. We spend the time sort of getting the takeaways in the evening and just spending time enjoying the hobby.
Night running as well.
Night running, yeah. And that's the main thing about this railway, is we enjoy what we've got. And we just like improving it. So it's worth sort of, if you want to do this as a hobby and you're unsure, always come and have a look and see what you think, and then go from there. Honestly, it's one of those things that change your life, because you learn a lot. You really do learn a lot.
Thank you very much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
That's all right, thank you.
So how many times have you been to the show then?
Well, I've been coming to this show for many years actually, Pat, as a visitor. It's always one of the shows that you go to, because it's really, really good every time. The last few years we've been grateful to Uckfield Club for inviting us to come along and showcase the Scale 4 Society and fine scale modelling, and we're very, very grateful to them and very pleased to support the Uckfield show, and hopefully it will carry on building in strength. It's really good. Thank you.
So if I wanted to become a member of the Scale 4 Society, how would I go about that? Is it online? Can I do it online?
You can join online, you can join at a show. The advantage of joining at a show is that we're able to give you more goodies, so you get a lot more stuff than what we do on the post. But we think it's still great value for money. 5 magazines, quality magazines a year, and a lot of support. And of course, probably the best 4mm fine scale stores in the country. So, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I was really happy with those sprung, because that'd be for...
So did you spring them, or did you use the Tennessee bogey with the twisty bits on the end?
They're sprung, but the middle axle's on a tube.
That slides.
So it slides.
Yeah.
And my minimum radius is only 48 inches. So,
and that's a relatively short wheelbase too.
Yeah, sure.
So they're not going to throw that much.
No, that's right. It seems to be fine.
So I've been to this show many times myself, and I always seem to see you sitting here, but considering that I am a excellent modeller, I probably wouldn't need your services. But do you want to just explain a little bit what you do?
Right, hello there. My name is Roger Sawyer. I demonstrate and show people how to solder. It's known somewhat as the black art, and of course it's not. It's just a question of practice and following the rules. What happens? The person will sit opposite me. They have a soldering iron. I have a soldering iron, and eventually we end up with a little joint like that, having soldered it themselves, and they take the joint away. And that's the basis of all soldering. Everything else after that is practice. Everyone is welcome. Today, the oldest person I taught to solder was 86, and the youngest was 6. I try to use the demonstration to encourage children, boys and girls, to do something practical rather than just tapping on a screen. And long may it continue.
And certainly so. So I've seen you many times, so well done and thank you for your work.
You're welcome.
I'm Jerry Clifford, and this is my layout tucking mill.
So what gauge is it?
It's 2mm fine scale, so 9.42mm gauge, 2mm to the foot.
So is that, and forgive me for my ignorance, would that be classed as N gauge but on a slightly different rail?
It's a very similar scale to N gauge, but it's a much finer track and wheel standards.
Oh, fair enough. And is this a prototypical location, or is it based on somewhere roughly?
It's a prototypical location, but there was never a railway there. The railway actually ran on the other side of the valley. This is what was the Cam Valley line that was made famous by the Titfield Thunderbolt. And this is the North Somerset Light Railway, which is the scheme that was put forward before the Great Western eventually did build the line. This is the scheme that was originally proposed but never actually built. And I've built it as a sort of Colonel Stevens might have been.
So it is a sort of, it's something that never was but could have been?
Yes, yeah, very much so.
I also noticed that you've got something on the end. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, this is William Smith's wharf. William Smith was known as the father of English geology, and he built, as it turned out, a very unsuccessful wharf for taking away Oolithic limestone from a quarry up on the Combe Down in Bath. In my fictional version of history, the quarry was a great success to the extent that the North Somerset Light felt it justified to build a line or a siding out to the wharf to take the stone away. It was used for high-grade building work in Bath, London and all over the country.
And that is the Titfield Thunderbolt Mark 1.
It's the Titfield Thunderbolt, yeah. Titfield to Mallingford.
This is Ettington Verso. The model has been made by members of Uckfield College Model Railway Club. The makers of it are between 11 and 18. Uckfield Model Railway Club, the adult version, has supported the Uckfield College Model Railway Club for 16 years. And 2 of the graduates of Uckfield College Model Railway Club are now adult members. The layout as you see it is produced in simply an hour and a half each week. It's obviously things like the box the adult club have helped with, but all of the wiring, the track, the ballast, the platform, these 2 buildings at this end have all been produced and the scenery obviously, have all been produced by Uckfield College Model Railway Club members. We are delighted with what they do. Absolutely delighted.
How are the kits made up? Are they like laser cut or are they brass? Or
That's an etched brass kit. That's a plastic kit. And the roof and the roof light. The roof light is a scale model scenery kit which was built by the students.
And which one was the brass kit? That one?
It's the one at the back. It's the plate layers on.
Oh, yes, yeah.